What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I am your host, Nolan Skian, alongside Antonio Fiore, Salestrina, and special guest today, Alan Hanna. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing good. It's great to be here.
What's up, Alan?
Doing good, just chilling. Having
evening.
a good time. Ready to talk some sports. Ready to get into it with my boys.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Great.
Pretty good.
It's wonderful. So today we're going to talk about Steph Curry's return to the NBA, which is happening tonight, and what we think it'll have an impact on the Warriors or not. We'll talk about Zion versus LeBron. There were two games, Zion versus LeBron, but we'll talk about the most recent one. And then we'll talk about where Mr. Hanna thinks Brady is going to go, because we can't seem to agree on anything. So, where do we want to start? Steph Curry?
I think we have resident Golden State Warriors fan Alan Hanna here. So
Alan is a Golden State Warriors fan.
Since the beginning, too.
Since the beginning, too. Not a bandwagon fan.
Yeah,
I'll give you credit.
I wouldn't call myself a bandwagan at all.
No, you definitely liked them before they were mad relevant.
Curry Madison Square Garden game, right?
Yeah,
that's what did it.
That's kind of that's definitely what
53.
transformed me. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
That was an all-timer.
From such a small man.
I've never seen anything like that either.
He was
Same with
literally
Clay,
like 2
too,
years old
like-
when he did that.
We watched that the other night. The Clay,
the
37
point quarter.
in third quarter.
Like, that was the craziest thing I think I've ever seen.
That's the hottest I've ever
Yeah.
seen a human being shoot the basketball.
No player in the NBA gets hot like Clay.
And he had like 4 dribbles in the entire quarter.
Mhm.
I was like, that's insane. Like, no one will ever do that ever
If he
again.
makes 3 shots in a row, he can literally just start chucking whatever he wants, and it just
It's
goes
literally
in. It doesn't
like-
make any sense.
the personification of feed the hot hand.
100%.
Yep, absolutely.
Half the time I really think his hands are on fire when he's running down the court.
Him and Curry's release are just the two best releases,
So
obviously,
far.
ever, and they're by far the both best shooters in the backcourt that you could have.
Curry's is just really unique, but then Clay is just if you were to show a person how you're supposed to shoot a basketball, it's exactly.
Oh
how
my
you're supposed
god,
to
when
shoot a
he's
basketball.
when he's taking a shot and he's going left a little bit, it's oh my god.
Well, yeah,
So
Curry
nice
doesn't
to
have
see.
to plant his feet to get his
No,
shot
Curry
off.
can
No, he
shoot
doesn't.
at any arm angle,
Yeah.
at any place. It's unreal.
Yeah, and Clay just gets up and down so fast.
He's
like,
just he's Ray Allen.
sniper.
A lot of things that aren't appreciated about Clay. He's super athletic too.
Yeah,
He can get up.
he can dunk. People don't
He's a
respect
really
that.
good
People do
dunker.
know him for his defense. He's one of the better perimeter defenders in the league, but he's a damn good athlete. Not a bad inside scorer at all.
Yeah, and
Also,
everyone's just
great
kind of
mid-range
overlooked him
shooter.
because of Curry, and especially when KD got there, Clay was really forgotten about, which I think he thrives on more than
He
anything.
still averaged 20 while he was there. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
and I think he thrives on that though. I don't think he wants to be the superstar in the spotlight. And he did get that long-term deal, and he got paid by the Warriors. So
Oh yeah, 100%.
he's getting all the superstar treatment. It's just he's never been the one in the spotlight, I don't think, which is good for him. So Curry's return tonight. What do we think?
Well, we're hoping for 4 threes.
Well, his injury that he had, it's already been healed for most of the season by now. He's just been taking his time. From what to expect from the team, they're still shit. They're not even.
Yeah, they're really
First
bad.
team to have their betting odds removed.
But Curry is somebody that can go out and win a game, though.
Yeah,
Kind of like Harden.
and he gets reps with
yeah.
Mr. Wiggins too. That'll be good to see.
Yeah.
If it is minutes restriction against the Raptors,
It's gonna be. I think I heard something like 20 to 24 minutes.
yeah, they're probably. If it's minute restriction, they're probably going to lose. They're probably going to lose most of their games still.
Yeah.
But it's just looking forward to what we're going to see next year, and at least one of the best players in the NBA is back. One of my favorite players is back. Watching the NBA, watching the Warriors is just super lame without him being there because he's their culture. Whole brand new
Absolutely.
arena without the best player in it.
Right.
Come on.
That's a good
this
insight.
year in basketball has been pretty cool because it seems so wide open. But next year when the Warriors are back in the mix in the West, things are gonna be
Great.
crazy.
Absurd.
Because Clay's holding off till next season.
Oh
right?
yeah, no, that's
Yeah, Clay's not coming bad.
If the Warriors have a good draft and they've signed another free agent,
Yep, maybe
the
draft a
ceiling
big
is.
man.
The ceiling is
A
another
lot of
dynasty.
people have been throwing Giannis's name out there.
Alan's really hoping for that one.
I've been on the Giannis train for a while
I
now.
haven't seen a lot of
Honestly,
people say that. He's sick and tired of just being up in Milwaukee, which I think anyone would.
yeah. If I had to play with Chris Middleton, I'd definitely retire. I would. 100%.
And you saw it the other night too. He had Giannis had an off game, and they were shit.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like you don't have anybody else to step up when Giannis has.
They
a
are.
shit
I
game.
mean, they looked bad the other night, but before that, they were 5-1 without Giannis. That's
Really?
Yeah, they're a good team, man.
they are.
They're gonna
But I
win
guess
70.
you really just
they're on
need
pace
Chris
to win
Middleton.
70 games.
You just really need Chris Middleton to like step up.
Oh yeah, didn't he have like 50? Like
I mean,
a week
he's
ago or
good.
something like
He's
that?
just not that
He's a good
player, I
player.
don't think. Like not
No,
not
he's
to pair
not.
with Giannis for
He's
sure.
like a quiet sort of just in the corner kind of guy.
The
Like,
team's plan is if you double Giannis, the team's plan is to shoot the lights out. And if they shoot the lights out, you really can't
Yeah, they
stop
could do
that
it.
team.
It's like how the Magic were built with Dwight. It was
Yeah.
like Dwight down low, and then everyone else was just a sniper. You had like Turkoglu Lou
Yeah,
and
JJ
JJ Redick. Yeah,
That's why Giannis needs to get at least a solid post game going, at least like a solid fadeaway turnaround jumper, like top of the key jump shot going that just can't be stopped. If he has one of those moves, then that's when I'll give it up to them to win the championship. But I mean, he's still in the East. He's still in that weak conference. I just don't see them coming over a LeBron and Anthony Davis team with two superstars like that. I don't see them overcoming a lot of teams. I still don't think
I don't think
their
they
chances
beat
of getting by
Clippers.
the Celtics are slim.
really.
The Celtics love playing the
Sal
Bucks.
thinks there's no shot that the Celtics.
I
beat-
don't think that the Celtics.
You're a
just
Celtics
bunch-
fan.
They're just a bunch of
I
6'10"
am a Celtics
guys.
fan, but
That's
I'm a
what the
realistic
Celtics are.
Celtics fan. Giannis is going to go off this postseason. Like,
This Celtics team's been waiting to pop for a
Sal-
few years.
Sal,
and
like,
it's
I
just
feel
gonna,
like Sal, like,
it's gonna
is
happen at
fans
any
of these
moment.
teams, but when he talks about it, I feel like he's not. When he talks about it,
Yeah, I mean, like,
I am a genuine Boston sports fan.
Yeah, but he's also a sports fan.
I'm also a sports pundit.
you're realistic.
I'm
You're
realistic.
yeah.
And I'm not saying that the Celtics haven't had a great season, but if they get into the playoffs, I don't know that they can beat a team led by Giannis.
I mean, I know-
because the Bucks have the best player on the court, and I'm not going to say not close, but like Giannis is top 2 in the NBA right now.
Oh yeah,
So like, I don't know. I'm not going to. I can't sit here and say like 100% no, but it's
Giannis is
very
Shaq.
unlikely.
Giannis is Shaq.
He's as dominant. You can argue.
I mean, he can shoot. He can actually shoot too. So he might, dude. Giannis is.
I mean, yeah. I don't even think Giannis.
You need that other player though.
Yeah, they
When's
do.
the last time a player? Dirk is the last time a player. I mean, Kawhi won, but Giannis doesn't have that defensive team. But they're leading. I mean, the stats go with the Bucks. The Bucks have everything right now. The Bucks have everything.
But I
They've
think
lost
the
9
one
games all year.
the
It's
one
just-
team though that would beat the Bucks would be the Celtics in my opinion.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is
I
that
do like the
dis-
Celtics.
I
the Celtics
disagree
keep
with
losing
that.
in the playoffs, but they've been waiting to pop for like 3 years, man, with this core, and this could be it this year. Honestly, Jason Tatum in the past 3 weeks has been playing
Emerged.
at another level.
yeah,
has
everyone
emerged.
in the
He
beginning of
looks
the season was
good.
like, "Oh, Kemba's gonna lead this team," but no, it's been Jason Tatum.
Tatum has been
and
the leader.
Kemba's there. It helps.
Yeah, and
I've always been a Jalen.
He's not
Brown
the big
fan, too.
personality that Kyrie was. Kyrie couldn't handle it. That Tatum was better. He
Kyrie
couldn't-
just
Yeah.
can't be a leader. That's not who he is.
So now that Kyrie's gone, like they're winning and
And
they're just playing ball.
And even if the Celtics don't win this year, like
They're-
Celtics fans should definitely
Yeah, they
get
have a
ready.
bright future.
Get ready for the dynasty to
Yeah.
start soon. Because
Wow.
once Jason Tatum once he gets older, once he hits that 6 and starts getting that actual
Oh, it's gonna
man
be
body,
unreal.
I mean, who's gonna stop that? Like with
You just
Jalen
said
Brown,
man
who's the same
body.
age. If Kemba stays, I mean, he's just an all NBA point guard. Like the talent on that team is through the roof.
He's what you're supposed to be. He's a distributor and he distributes the wealth. He doesn't try to like make it all himself like Kyrie. He's more of like a Rondo in the sense where he like distributes more than he tries to take over the game.
Yeah.
But he's got the scoring ability.
He
But
knows
he
his,
does
could
have the
go off
scoring
for
ability.
40
where
whenever.
if like Tatum's having an off game and like and Jalen Brown is having an off game,
Kemba will just take it to the bucket.
Kemba can take it over the
he
top.
knows his role. He knows he's not like alpha male on that team. He knows Jason is like the person who's going to take over, but he knows like he can take a step back. I 100% agree with like what you guys are saying.
I like that team because it reminds me of I like teams where a lot of players can take the big shot. Because Brad Stevens has really put together a team where you could, the team goes from Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Jalen Brown, Kemba Walker,
100%.
to even Marcus Smart. They're all ready to take a big shot, and that reminds me of like all-time teams, like the Warriors team, the Warriors dynasty that we had 3 years ago. I mean, all-time teams have players from top to bottom that can take the big shot and don't mind the big moment, which is why I like the Lakers signing Deion Waiters.
Oh, that's great.
He's a
That's
player
a
who
great
you could
signing.
talk a lot of crap about, but he's never afraid of the moment, which I think is a good acquisition for the Lakers, personally.
If they signed J.R. Smith, that would have been so funny.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
No,
wanna
I
see
don't. I don't
that.
want that.
I don't want to see that.
That would
I
have been
think
so funny.
I think Deion Waiters is a way better
Oh,
signing.
100%.
Oh, he's
J.R.
way
Smith.
better. Yeah, way better.
Deion Waiters has snatched my heart
Yeah,
as a Warriors
Deion Waiters
fan
also
bunch
isn't
of
a
times on
dumbass.
the Miami Heat. 100%.
Oh, that was such a good shot. I remember that. I still think everything points to. I do like the Celtics a lot, but seems like everything's still swaying in the Bucks' direction. And that
Yeah,
thing,
and
like
I am dreading for the start of the playoffs because
Playoff basketball is different.
no
I
one
don't wanna
wants.
see
Yeah, but no one
Milwaukee
wants to
play
see the
Orlando.
East in the first round. Really,
I just want to see the West. Like the West is
The West is going to be really good.
Oh, yeah.
they just.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like I said, what they need to.
Alan.
What they got to do in the NBA is if a 1 seed's playing an 8 seed and the 1 seed goes up 3-0, that should be the series.
just
Honestly,
call it. Just be like nah.
Yeah,
Like,
first
you guys are
round-
done.
That's how the
Even
NBA
like
is.
2-0, I'm just like nah.
8 seeds aren't beating 1 seeds.
And if
in
they
the
win
NBA.
by
No.
30 in the first game, they should call it there. Honestly,
Seriously.
because like they just have nothing for them.
Well,
Which, I mean, like Orlando could surprise everybody and maybe win like a game, but like no more than a game. It's 4-1 or 4-0.
Are they the 8th?
They're the 8th right now.
No, they're the
No,
7th.
no
They're
way,
7th right now, so
dude.
who's
That
the
team,
8th?
no
Brooklyn.
way.
So Brooklyn.
Yeah, no.
Do you want to see them play Brooklyn?
That's gross.
Yeah, with neither Kyrie or Kevin Durant. Oh,
Yeah, that's
dreadful teams over
like
there.
fun
Or
arena,
actually, over
like
there,
fun
over
arena,
here.
good environment, but come on.
that's
The East. The East is honestly like that's just why I don't like LeBron was in that division or conference for so long. I mean, the East is a
Terrible.
joke. It's literally a joke.
Yeah, it is a
No,
joke.
the East is. It's always
a pile
been
of
bad,
shit.
though. The last
I'm-
10 years, it's been.
With
bad.
LeBron being like undefeated in the first round, I'm like, it's I guess kind of impressive. but
Orlando
I'm
cool.
not,
beat Brooklyn
I'm not
seven.
even close to being as impressed as everyone else
they?
makes it out to be.
Like,
I
awesome.
don't care.
Yeah, Orlando's 8, Brooklyn's 7.
So yeah, they would
But
play.
they're half a point like next to each other, so it could be either one by the end of the season. But that's still so gross.
Oh yeah.
Like
All right, hold on. I want to hear right now.
This isn't.
If the Lakers and Clippers play, who would you take to win?
Lakers.
I mean, I said the Clippers at the beginning of the season, but
Oh
right
my
now I
God.
take the Lakers.
I'm leaning
so tough.
I don't want to buy into the Kawhi story because but he's just so good. He's just
But
too
you want to
good.
buy into the Lakers, LeBron, Kobe dying, LeBron taking the reins sort of thing. Like everyone wants to buy into that, and I think that's what changed for a lot of people when it came to the Lakers versus the Clippers thing.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the Lakers.
That's how a lot of mainstream media.
I can't wait
Yeah.
for the series. That's.
Yeah, it's inevitable at this point. Like it's
I mean,
it's
I'm
bound to happen.
praying they play in the conference finals,
yeah.
not the
I mean,
semis.
the way
Praying.
it's looking right now, the Clippers will most likely end up playing the Nuggets in the second round, unless barring Dallas beats the Nuggets. I think Dallas could steal a few games from the Nuggets because they'll just shoot the lights out a couple of nights, and Luka will have like
Luka will go
45 and
off.
15 and 15. But
I could see the Dallas Mavericks beating the Nuggets.
oh yeah, no.
100%.
I mean,
I
yeah,
could
the
see them winning
Blazers
a
last
series.
year beat them in 7, right?
Yep.
They
I think
did.
that would be one that went like 6 or 7 for sure.
I was gonna say,
It all depends on Kristaps' health for that, though. I think
True.
I was
He
thinking
is
about that.
if he's ready to go, I think they could be trouble.
I
But
mean, he's been good so far this
Yeah,
season.
he had 34 the other night against Pelicans, right? Him and Luka had over 30. Luka had another triple
because
double.
they're like a good tandem. Like if Luka's not having as big of a night, which it seems like every night he has a big night, but if he's having a little bit of an off night, Kristaps takes over, and then vice versa. So
But with
they're
all,
a good tandem.
all these teams in the West, it's like so many great teams, like the Nuggets, the Jazz, and
The Jazz are
if-
not a great
If
team.
you want to
Stop
throw,
with that.
I'm not saying great.
You just said that.
Great. I
Donovan
should not have
Mitchell is
said great.
great.
Okay, really good teams.
Spiders.
You could even
the
throw.
Spiders
You could
good.
even throw the Rockets in there, which apparently they were a bad matchup with the Clippers.
It's a regular season game in March. If they match up in the playoffs, that series goes 7.
That's still a absolutely
know.
horrendous take.
the Rockets might get swept first round.
That's what I said.
No. Against
They
the
have no
Jazz?
center, bro.
Against the Jazz.
But like, there's like
you-
so many really good teams in the West, but it still seems like those big two are the Clippers and the Lakers. Because even if the Clippers play the Nuggets in the second round, then the Nuggets number one scores.
The
Jamal
Clippers will
Murray
kill the
and-
Nuggets
Yeah,
if they
Who are
play.
the Rockets projected to play right now?
The
the
Jazz.
Jazz. And the Jazz are the best 3-point shooting team in the NBA, and
They
one
would
of the
kill the
better
Jazz.
defensive teams in the NBA. It's another case
That's a series where Rudy Gobert has to show he's also just an all-around a really good big man to have.
He's just
It's
not
another
good.
case
If
of
the Jazz lose that series, it's time to move on from Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, that's true.
Personally, I think.
they should. There's no reason why they should lose a series to the Rockets. They're better at everything.
Sal doesn't
all
think
I have
so.
to say. They
just-
are. They're the best 3-point shooting team in the NBA.
I mean, we've
One
had
of the
this
10 best defensive teams.
We've had
in
this
the NBA.
discussion before. I just don't agree. I think Rudy Gobert is terrible. I think he has no hands. I think he's not flexible. He can't. He plays defense, but at the same time on the offensive end, like what can he do?
Then if he's got no hands and he's not like a great center, then
That
he
is
should
true.
Have an
What
easy time.
What can he do?
What can he do?
I played 2K
I don't know.
with Rudy Gobert and can't move. I can't move.
I'd feel
Cinder blocks
confident
tied to his
still with
feet.
him playing against a team without a center.
Yeah, and
You
then
got
I mean
nothing to
we've gone
say.
with the fact that like James
He's on the-
Harden is going to be out of gas.
He's not going to be underneath the paint, so he's literally not going to be playing defense. So I don't know what your argument is
They're
at that point.
They'll let Russell Westbrook shoot threes, and he'll miss them.
Will he shoot threes? He's going to drive right at the rim. So then what are you going to do? He's going to blow
They're gonna
by his
clog
first
the paint.
defender. How? If they're all standing
Not
around the
clog
3-point
paint, but
line.
like they know there's an NBA team and they're a good.
Okay, they're
defensive
going to
team in the
rotate.
NBA.
That's going to leave someone open. So if they shoot their open threes well in that series, which I think they will, then
And so do the Jazz. The Jazz do shoot their open threes well. Again, they're the best 3-point
not in the
shooting team
playoffs.
in the NBA.
In the playoffs, the last 3 years they've sucked.
How good would the Rockets be if they had Zion?
With Westbrook.
We're just talking theoreticals
He
now.
would fit
I
their
mean,
lineup perfectly. He'd be the
He would
small.
be the center.
Yeah, that would be
He,
amazing.
he would be the center.
Amazing.
He'd be what Eric Gordon is. Just a lot better.
Well, or like PJ Tucker, but yeah. Whoever plays down low.
He could fit their small ball lineup perfectly, grab all their boards, and just kiss Rudy Gobert.
But that's the thing. I don't think James Harden would ever pass to him.
No.
Not like Lonzo does, because Lonzo can't shoot, so he just passes to Zion, and Zion takes care of the rest.
Trust me, as a Warriors fan, Rockets fans talk smack for 5 years in a row, and for 5 years in a row, we
They
beat
just lose
them
in the
in the
playoffs.
playoffs every year. Every year we beat them in the playoffs. So James Harden just doesn't do it for me.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing.
I'm not a big
D'Antoni
James
against
Harden guy.
any coach in the West pretty much is a coaching mismatch.
I mean, every time you watch him, it's just brick. Like literally, he
Yeah.
only he shoots negative every time. It's under 40%
Who,
almost
Harden?
every other
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. It's like if you shoot 60 shots.
I wonder how they
Make
win
half
games
of them, you're
sometimes.
all
No,
right.
I
really
I
do.
wonder how they win games.
I
The most unwatchable brand of basketball. They brick 3 after 3. I don't get it. I don't get how I look at a box score and I see that this team won. It's a miracle. It's like, oh, we
and
won.
I don't
we
think
won
like pissed, dude.
134 to 128. Good
Yeah.
job.
without Clint Capella too now, because he would give the Warriors trouble.
Yeah,
He really would.
Getting rid of
I
Clint
swear, he
Capella
really
was
would.
a terrible move.
And without him now, I mean,
They're all in on the 3-point math. And that if you shoot 53s a game and make a certain percentage, then you should win.
if Westbrook could shoot threes, then this lineup would. They just don't have Steph
If they
and Clay.
didn't trade Russell Westbrook for Chris Paul, then they would be fine right now.
They don't have Steph, Clay, Draymond, Iguodala, and Harrison Barnes, so they
But
can't
who
run
else would
small
they
ball.
trade away to
You
get
need
him
that
and
lineup.
keep Chris Paul, though? Who would they have traded?
They just traded straight up, but
Yeah, I know, but if they were to trade and try to keep Chris Paul and get Westbrook, who would they give up? Like Capella?
Oh yeah,
Or
probably.
Yeah, they probably give Capella Eric
Capella
Gordon.
and a couple picks, or Capella and Gordon and a pick or
the
something.
dude. OKC would be awful to take that though. It was pretty awful of them to take the Chris Paul trade.
Dude, giving up Capella, I think if this team doesn't win this year, they're done.
D'Antoni's getting fired after this year.
He's
done.
got to be, dude. Even if they make it to the finals and lose, he's got to be
Who's-
fired.
Who's gonna hire him? Honestly,
I don't want him as my coach.
Like Minnesota.
yeah, they'll be like, yeah, we don't play defense
Minnesota's
anyway.
a
so
train
here.
wreck.
Minnesota's the worst NBA franchise.
They're
Seriously,
terrible,
man.
dude. Like,
Not if they get Devin Booker, they're not.
Well, actually, I think the
I
Knicks.
like that.
The Knicks could give him a run. For
I
their
like
money.
that.
I like that.
It's all about the chemistry, and if they have D'Lo, Booker, and Carl, I mean,
That's a good
dirty.
lineup.
I mean, we talked about it though. Carl Anthony Towns
Carl-
hasn't done anything.
is Carl
Does he
is
play
he a little
basketball
girl?
still?
He might be a little girl. I
Oh, yeah,
think.
he was
play
really
basketball
good. He was
still?
really good his first 3 years, and now no one cares about him anymore.
He's just not that good. at all.
He's good. He's just not dominant. He's not as dominant as people think.
Remember
like,
how good like his defensive reputation was in the draft, and now he's like known for not being a good defensive
I mean, yeah,
center?
Willie Cauley-Stein started over him in college. Let's not forget that. Let's not. This was a thing.
He shoots
Wow.
threes and he plays no defense. Like, I mean, like, yeah, he drives the rim and is like,
And he's he's supposed to be a big man.
When they drafted Karl-Anthony Towns high, I was like, "What are we doing here?"
Wait, what
He
is
was-
the point?
what pick was he?
He was the number 1 pick.
Yeah, that's what I
It
thought.
went Towns, Russell, then Okafor.
Ew.
Jaleel Okafor.
But I mean,
people were talking about Jaleel Okafor being like the number 1 pick
They
all
wanted
year
him
that
to
year
be the
too.
number
I
one
mean,
pick, yeah.
Garnett didn't do good there, so I mean, maybe it's just a terrible place to play.
Yeah, no. It really
And maybe they're
is.
just-
there
It's
might
a
be
bad
something
run
that like
franchise.
nobody
There might be
knows.
something brewing with Booker, but I mean, dude,
And Jimmy Butler had a short stay.
is Booker really trying to leave Ayton and all them over there? Like what?
Aiton's not that good either.
I mean, he averages like 18 and 10 as a second-year player.
Yeah, no, he'll be fine.
What does he average?
He'll end
I
up
don't-
being a 20-point.
Let me look
average
this
player.
up.
What, like points wise? You mean?
He's a good
Who,
center.
Ayton?
He's
Ayton?
very good
Is that
center.
what
He's
you're-
fine. He's not great.
I mean, he's young. You can't judge a player until their 4th year. That's when you can
You
make.
can't judge a player until they're 40 years old.
Yeah,
You don't judge a book by its cover.
the people who
thought he missed that.
illustrate covers are just like.
I wouldn't
I
be
saw that meme
surprised,
the other day.
honestly.
Wow, it doesn't say any stats on him. Let me see. Were you looking for like points per game?
What was that?
I don't know. But he's got 19 points per game, rebounds 12.
So, I mean, yeah, you just look at the. So, I mean, they're just not a team yet. They're just a bunch. There's Devin, Ayton,
Kelly Oubre
Jackson.
got hurt. Josh Jackson's not on that team anymore, and he's an awful player. I don't know why he was.
He's not?
No, Josh Jackson. I don't know why he was such a high draft prospect. He wasn't even the best player on Kansas.
all he
that
could
year.
do was make a layup in college, pretty much. That's all.
Yeah, Frank Mason III was easily the best player on that team, and they were like, "Hey, this tall kid looks like Frank Mason."
Who was the other
And
center?
we say he's bad.
Who was their big man they had on Kansas in college
Oh, they
for
st-
like 10 years in a row?
Harry Ellis.
Oh,
Perry
yeah.
Ellis was the best player I've ever
God,
seen.
dude.
Ever seen.
They had
hands
Devontae
down.
Graham too.
Oh my god.
Hell of a team.
Perry Ellis played
Ellis.
for 8 years in college, and no one
Kansas
said a
loves
word.
losing in the Elite Eight.
They're like, come back to 10.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna redshirt this year." You're like, "What?"
Like, you've been here for 7 years. What are
Like,
you
you're
doing?
43, Perry.
He looked 43.
He was, I swear.
Like no one knew.
He's
He
never had a
definitely-
hairline
No,
because
some
he's
of
been
these college
bald.
players look so old. Like there was this guy on West Virginia. Totally forget his name, but he literally looked like Vince Carter.
Yeah, Perry Ellis takes the cake though for like notable
Oh,
college
yeah.
guys who like look like they're 40.
Yeah.
There was a dude on Wichita State a couple years ago, nasty 3-point shooter, but his hairline, it was white dude. Hairline was like back here. He looked like he was 46 years old. It was hilarious.
Like, no, it's so funny that you talked about Perry Ellis. Like, I totally forgot about him, dude. Because I remember watching Kansas like in the tournament. I was like, who is that guy?
Like, why is
he
there an elderly man on the court
I was
right
like,
now?
dude, why is there like trainer on the floor right now playing? No, that's crazy.
Needs
Now
a
they have
walker.
Azubuike. And
What?
he's just big and gets
The new,
rebounds. Yeah,
he's like the
Azubuike.
new center for them.
Oh, okay.
They're bad
I
this
didn't-
year.
I thought you were
Yeah.
like, saying
I mean,
some
they-
stuff.
They're gonna lose in the Elite Eight no matter what year it is. So
Kansas loves that.
Yeah, centers in college are really weird. Like, you never know which one's going to be good.
No, I agree
And I
with
mean,
Because
that.
honestly, they're playing against little men.
Was
Like,
Carl Anthony Towns a center or no?
yeah.
Well, didn't he play a little power forward because of Cauley Stein?
And
I mean, he's
like,
7
he
foot,
was
though.
like
Like,
dude,
he's-
at that time he was the greatest player on the planet to some people.
That team was crazy.
Like
They
at
had-
that time when he was coming into the draft.
Wasn't Booker on that team? They had Willie Cauley-Stein.
They had Tyler Ulis.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
So if you had
That
all
team
those
went
guys in your
undefeated,
team,
right?
you'd look pretty good
Yeah, I
too.
think
Like
so.
That-
Sal would go number one in that draft if he had that team around him. and
Yeah.
he was just getting buckets all the time.
That's what makes me, like, Coach K, like, can we win?
Coach K is bad.
Can we win a national
K
title
might
with
be-
Zion?
Coach K is so overrated.
You have Zion, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, and you don't win. I could win with that, Sal.
They didn't even get to the Final Four.
I think the problem with
They
that team
choked
was
it,
giving RJ Barrett the ball too much.
He's
yeah, no, literally he took it down literally every
game,
play.
No, that last game when they were trying to like get back into it and get the last shot or whatever, that was like the worst thing I've ever watched. they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, when you took that time out, did you like talk about this at all? You say, like, okay, what's the plan here? Coach K's like, we're gonna dribble it up and maybe take a shot.
Give it to Zion.
Give it to Zion.
He's like, RJ, you take up the ball. We'll see. Take from there, honestly.
Like, we'll play it by ear.
He's like, brew something up,
So, Alan, where is Tom Brady gonna go?
Honestly, I think if he was going to leave,
The
it'd be
Kentucky
confirmed by now. I think we'd all
Why do
know.
you say that?
I mean, he really. I just don't think that there's a reason for him to leave. He has the best defense, one of the best defenses in the NFL, and there's obvious problems on the offense that can be fixed. I mean, you could say he hasn't been paid a lot, but like, I really do think the Patriots are going to max
pay
it.
him now.
I've been hearing rumors trading for Jimmy G. Like, Robert Kraft wouldn't do that, obviously. Like, this is just a big media thing. There's been no confirmation. You can't find any facts on him actually moving his home.
Mm-hmm.
There's no confirmation on that.
He had a
His
phone call
wife,
with Bill, too.
the other day I saw his wife on a live stream saying she loves the weather in New
Really?
England, loves it. Their kids love it. And you just have to think, why would he leave?
I like that you said the Giselle thing. Because last
What team is better?
last week I made a point.
Like,
Go ahead.
No, we've just been talking about it like just like everyone else, just because the idea of him going somewhere else is like intriguing and it would shake up the NFL so much. But when you're in all reality, when you look at it, it's like, why would he leave?
It makes because he's getting older, so you'd think he'd want to stay with a team that has a better defense. And maybe if you could find a team for me that wants to sign him that has a better defense than the Patriots, then I'd think. But like, they have one of the. I mean, their defense is like pound for pound the best in the NFL. It was just their offensive receiving.
Losing your
core.
offensive line coach is gonna hurt. That's
Well,
like
it's
that's
Calvin-
the
yeah.
best
Calvin
offensive
Noy
line
leaving?
coach in league.
I think he's going to stay.
Is Kyle Van Noy leaving?
He is a free agent, and if he doesn't want to take a
I've
team-friendly,
heard a lot of people say that he is leaving, but like
if he doesn't want to take a team-friendly deal, then he's leaving.
I think this is just all the media.
he's a guy that I could see.
Alan, but I made a point last week about Giselle saying
He's a guy that like would take a team friendly deal though.
I made a point about Giselle saying, "Oh, do you think she wants to leave New England and is sick of like leaving up here? She's this big supermodel and all this stuff." But I didn't know about that phone call you were talking about, saying how she loves the weather or whatever.
Yeah, it was on like Instagram Live. I definitely watched it. She was like in their house. I think she kissed Tom on the lips.
Because apparently she wants him to retire or whatever. And I would think, if he's like, "Well, I want to keep playing," she's like, "All right, well, not here."
This is like asking, is Kobe gonna leave the Lakers?
I still do think chances are he stays with the Patriots.
Like, it's not like this isn't like a LeBron. This isn't like a LeBron leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers because they fucking suck. This is. You're asking someone to leave a dynasty here.
Yeah.
So like the only way I see him leaving is if he gets traded. But if he can sign back, which I think he will. If they offer him a max, why would he not sign? You have to think that. Why would he not sign?
Because he hates
what would a
Bill.
max be at this point? Would it be
35-ish or close to 40 maybe, around that ballpark. But then
they said
I'd
that
pay him
and,
anything.
I would-
Bill Belichick
anything
had a
he
phone
wants.
call yesterday.
So they give him a ballpark. They're like, "Here."
if you are Tom Brady, like, do you really want to run the risk? Not like run the risk, but like, do you really want to pay all that money towards your quarterback and then not be able to have any receiving threats? Like, at that point, why doesn't... I'm not saying Tom should or has to, but like, if he's going to come back, take $15 million and like sign AJ Green or try to sign Hunter Henry.
But I feel like that's the whole point of him doing this right now. Is like he wants to be paid. Do you blame him? I mean, if he comes back and takes a team friendly deal like he's always done for his entire career, that would be a huge middle finger to everyone who's hyped this whole thing up in the first place. And you know who'd be the first person I would want to burn on the stake? Adam Schefter for starting this whole thing. Because then it's like, okay, you started this all for no reason. And like Tom got a Hulu deal out of it. He probably sold a shit ton of TB12 merch and everything. Julian Edelman.
Yeah, these shirts with Julian Edelman and
Julian
Tom
Edelman
tweeted
shirts
something.
that he's selling now. It's like you just fed
He's like,
them
"Hey,
all
do
this
I
money
get a
for
cut?"
no reason. It's like yeah, Tom doesn't need the 35 a year, but like I would want it just
Why
to
not?
go out like that. Like it's at a point where you're trying to think long term after football. And to your point, when you were talking about Giselle and wanting to move, what I was thinking was he probably has, 3 to 5 years left. 5 is like stretching it, but like 3 years is like been the number.
Yeah, no, I
Like
think
you
that.
really think she couldn't suck
It's a
it
good
up
number.
for another 3 years, and then she has Tom all to himself for the next like 60 years, because Tom is gonna be one of those dudes that lives to like 110.
Okay, listen, that's
He's never gonna die.
this whole
The
thing
oldest
about
human in the
people
world,
not
Tom
seeing their
Brady.
kids and stuff. When you're making as much money as Tom Brady,
You can put that, to the
that's
side.
that's
for a
bull
little
crap.
bit.
I
Yeah,
mean,
like,
that's literally bull crap.
yeah,
that's
and it's
not
like,
true.
It's like she's gonna have him all to herself for the next 40 to 50 years after these last 3 years of him playing, and they're gonna be set financially.
The
to
kids
live
are-
5 lifetimes.
Yeah, kids are still young too.
Super young still.
Their kids are well
even-
off right now.
not
He'll be
even
there for their high
teenagers,
school
man.
years. I mean, come on.
He'll be
It's not
retired
that
by
bad.
the time they're in high school.
Yeah, because his oldest son is like what, in middle school right now?
Probably about
Or,
definitely
like,
middle
getting
school.
close to, like, he's gonna not miss anything. So,
I saw that.
but yeah, so I enjoy your take about that.
Yeah, it just comes back to the whole you have to just think about he wouldn't people say the Bucks he's only going to go to the better team.
People, that just Antonio says that.
I mean, look at the Titans. They made it to the
The
they made it to the AFC Championship.
said they're going hard after Tom. It's not just me.
What team is not going hard for Tom Brady? I hate when they say that. They're
The
like,
Gi-
oh well, this team's going hard, bro. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. Why would you
Obviously,
not try to
everyone
get him?
is.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not try to get him? Like, have a little bit
Good
of
point.
bro. I don't care who your quarterback is.
But God, it would be so fun.
Just wait for it. Tom Brady will sign back, and the next day they'll say they're signing AJ Green or something.
Sal doesn't think that'll ever happen.
The Patriots just don't sign players like that.
I mean, yeah, maybe Bill's like, hey, I found another Wes
telling
Welker.
you, no.
But what I'm
they,
saying
they
is
signed someone else from I forgot where they signed him. He looked like another Amendola type player.
What
Really?
about the receivers
I
in this
said-
draft, dude?
I said to Nolan
Come
last
on.
week on the podcast, I said, you know who they're going to sign? Someone like Nelson Aguilar. That's like
Oh, no, they love
I
that.
mean, I
Hey,
would be really
that
disappointed.
is the
if that
typical
happened.
New England
But
Patriots
then it'd be the most New England thing. Nelson Aguilar comes in as the number 1 receiver
Yeah.
and leads them to a Super Bowl, and he's the reason why. Like,
He
And
catches
then
like
they play the
like look at
Eagles.
Chris
he catches
Hogan.
10 touchdowns.
Look at
for
Chris
900
Hogan
yards
the year
this
they
year.
won the Falcons Super Bowl.
We
He
just
was
need-
such a big part
Yeah.
of that offense.
Oh, yeah.
Who the fuck is Chris Hogan?
Remember him in that Bills game that year where he had 130 yards?
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
out of
bro. Like,
nowhere.
it could literally be
In the
anybody.
playoffs, he was having 150
Yeah.
yard games. I mean, Chris Hogan was great.
Soderman was a great Patriot.
It just has to be the right person. Like,
How does
it's
a name like
I don't.
Chris,
I
It's
don't
all
think,
the fit.
Chris
It's all
Hogan
the
is such a
fit.
Patriot name too, like Chris Hogan, like just like that is a
Listen,
Patriots player.
lacrosse player
As a
from
Patriots
Penn
fan, I will cash in and say Tom Brady's the ultimate Patriot. I've always been a Tom Brady fan over a Bill Belichick fan. Tom Brady is a Patriot 100% all the way. He can never wear another uniform. He would never put on another uniform. He would never put on a Giants uniform
No.
in his life.
Who the fuck is saying? Who said that?
You said that a minute ago. You said the Giants would push for
You
him.
did say
Kidding.
Tom Brady's a Patriot.
You said who isn't pushing for the
Tom
Tom
Brady-
Brady, and I said the Giants.
Tom Brady invented the Patriot way. Tom Brady is a Patriot. He will be a Patriot forever, and he's gonna sign with the Patriots or retire.
Was
So
that
he's-
Alan running for political office?
See,
That was
Am I president?
No, Alan's
I might
going
be
for
president.
president.
See, I always
There
thought
is
Tom.
no way. Look at me right now, camera. There is no way Tom Brady signs with a different team. If he does, I'll kill myself.
I always thought Bill would leave.
I
before
swear
Tom.
to God.
You always
I-
thought Bill. I mean, Bill's.
I always thought we'd
here's
see
the thing,
Bill.
though, Bill and Tom are way too invested.
I know.
For that, though. Like, they're
I've-
way
That's
too
true.
invested.
I
into
always
this.
thought we'd see Bill end with the Giants and Tom end with the Pats.
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean?
He's, like,
Bill
just
end
'cause
with
he-
the
Just
Giants?
because he started with the Giants, or
Yeah,
like,
literally my hopes and dreams.
but he never was the head coach of the Giants.
So, well, he should have been. He
It
really
just
should have
doesn't
been.
make sense.
And
Why
Bill-
Tom Brady? If they offer Tom the max, why would he not stay?
Yeah, well, they're gonna offer the max, and
Dude,
they'll
like, that's
stay.
what
Safe.
I've been saying.
to say fuck you to Bill. That's my reasoning.
That's what I said. His only reasoning would be to not take it. Would be like, fuck you.
But I
Bill.
mean-
Like, if he's just like Bill, you know what? I don't like you anymore. Like, I
See-
genuinely don't like coming to work with you every day, and I'm gonna go 1-1 without
But I
you.
mean, that's the media making you think they have a bad relationship.
I don't know anything. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that is a possibility.
If Bill Belichick didn't rush and take this Cleveland Browns job in 1992 after the Giants won the Super Bowl, he would have been the Giants' next head coach because Bill Parcells didn't communicate with Bill that
But
he was
how
going
good
to
was
step
him
down.
and Nick Saban coaching
and then
together,
and
though?
then Bill Belichick.
I mean, if I had to tell Lawrence Taylor to
Bill-
go sack a quarterback,
Bill
I think I'd be
Belichick
paid pretty
would have
good, too.
drafted Tom Brady
Yeah, when
to
you
the
had Lawrence
Giants, and the
Taylor.
Giants would have been the next big dynasty.
go
in
get
the
him.
NFL, not the Patriots.
Like they say, the defensive coordinator, bro. He had Lawrence Taylor.
Oh yeah,
Literally.
He was a maniac.
he literally
bro.
had the
You
two
ever watch
best players
Lawrence
ever.
Taylor highlights, bro? If he played
Best player.
now,
Crazy.
he's like, I mean, like we say, Vontez Burfict is bad, bro. He would be terrible. He would be banned from the league by now.
Seriously.
we love that.
So, do you think this new CBA is going to get voted on? They're going to vote yes on it. The players,
On what?
the CBA, the new proposal.
Inform me.
Do you not know about the CBA?
I am a man of many talents, but I do
In the
not know
NFL?
Yeah, no, it's the
what is
The new
what.
rules.
adding
They
the
want
extra
They want to
game
add
and-
17 games.
Oh
into
no!
the
I actually I
preseason
didn't
game.
I didn't know what you were talking about until you said that.
You just
I
didn't
think-
know it was called
who
the
doesn't
CBA.
want more football?
Honestly,
Come on.
I think I mean, there could be more football, but I've seen people like Richard Sherman talk about if they got rid of Thursday night football, I think they should do it. But dude, these people are getting their ass kicked.
I don't think Thursday night football should be a thing.
Oh no, it
They were
shouldn't.
stretching it, and it was a Monday.
bad.
Imagine
thing.
playing Sunday then playing Thursday. You're probably
And you,
so
you
sore.
realize too, we talked about this like when football was still going on. Thursday night games are always the worst games.
Terrible.
They're never good matches.
Why is it not the two best teams playing?
ever?
Thursday night,
Never.
Monday night, and Sunday night. Those
It's
should be
not
the
hard.
three best. I don't want to see Sunday 4:00.
No,
the two
they
best
love
teams
the
play.
Bengals
I
and
don't
like the
want to see
Cardinals on
that.
Thursday
And then
night.
8 o'clock, it's like Denver Broncos versus
Yeah,
Oakland
it's like
Raiders.
it's like Chicago Bears versus. I don't even know. I mean, you already put the Bears in there. Like, come on.
Yeah, like the Bears and the Panthers are like
Just the
here's
Bears
this.
No,
is enough
no,
for me to turn
no.
it off.
I am done seeing the Giants play on Monday. I am done.
No, Sunday night.
No.
Giants and
If
Cowboys
the
Sunday
Giants
night
ever
games
play
are
again
bad.
on Monday night, I'm showing up to Roger Goodell's house naked and saying something. I can't do it anymore. Things are just falling.
No, dude, they
Those you spilling
They
again.
put these Giants and Cowboys games on prime time, and they're boring. When it's close games, they're
Terrible.
like 20
It's-
to 14 games.
I can't even watch it. I'm sick and tired of watching the Giants primetime. Put a good team.
well, yeah, they
I'm
suck.
sick of watching the Jets prime time.
Oh God,
do.
no, they love the Jets on Thursday night football.
and they lose
The
31
only
to
team,
10.
Yeah,
like,
they
the
lose
only
fucking
teams that people want
40 to 2.
The only teams that people want to see prime time are the best teams, like the Patriots, Cowboys, Rams,
Packers.
Chiefs, Packers. Like only let those Seattle, like only let those teams play prime time, please, dude. Like I don't want to see.
It really is not that difficult to figure out.
Dude, I don't want to see the Bears versus Miami
don't know who makes
on a
the schedules.
Thursday. No one wants to see the Bears versus Miami in Chicago when it's minus 25 and it's snowing on a Thursday night. No one wants to see that, dude. We all know Miami's getting trounced.
Yeah, it'll be
we
like
all know
it'll
that.
be 18-0
Listen,
Chicago.
Geographically, I live in New England, and sometimes a New England Patriot game isn't on TV,
Geographic.
and I'm freaking
That's
out.
false.
No,
Yeah,
sometimes
I
the Giants and Jets are playing, and I'm not watching the Patriots, and I'm
Sometimes
like, what?
sometimes the Patriots are playing, and I'm not watching the Giants.
Well, good riddance.
That's too bad.
Good
I only have
riddance.
Sunday ticket, but like, yeah, I see where your frustration is.
The Giants get booted off of TV in this area way more than the
Yeah,
Patriots
because
do.
who wants to
I mean,
watch
but,
Daniel
like, the
Jones?
Jets-
They
get the
leave.
worst
No,
of
they
it.
leave the Jets off like
Oh, the
everywhere.
Jets get the worst
They're
of
like,
it.
stop.
I mean, who wants to watch that?
Nobody wants
Yeah,
to watch the
that's the
Jets. Though.
thing.
That's the problem.
That's
wouldn't want
gross.
to.
Imagine having Devonte Adams as your favorite player.
Devontae Adams is
Do you
good.
mean Jamal?
You mean
Oh, Jamal Adams, my bad.
Oh.
Devontae
But yeah,
Adams
imagine
plays for
having
the
Devontae
Packers.
Adams as your favorite player. That would suck.
No, Devontae Adams is good. Jamal Adams is kind of wild.
Yeah, I meant Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams, what?
He talks a lot of smack.
He does.
And then they win 2 games.
Yeah, for being like,
And he's like, I'm sick of this
He's kind of
situation.
like Ramsey,
Yeah, he is.
which I mean,
He wants to request a trade so bad, but he's
corners
not
you have to
going
be careful with. Corners are weird.
yeah, I mean, like the
Yeah.
Legion of Boob kind of started that whole thing, and then you
Corners
get the Rams.
love
The
having,
The Broncos are a team to
Adams.
look out for next
Yeah,
year to
no,
make the
I
playoffs.
love the Broncos.
They signed AJ Boye.
They're not going to
so.
win that division, but wow, they
Depends
got.
on how Drew Lock does.
I think Drew Lock is really
good.
Yeah.
Dude,
You saw him singing some rap songs on the sidelines. I was like, okay.
Drew Lock is very
It's
good.
like, okay.
I mean, yeah, if Drew Lock comes out next year and just absolutely slings it.
Cortland Sutton looks like he's going to be a damn good receiver. And
That was his favorite target.
They got Phillip Lindsay in the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, they still have their running game.
Yep, Royce
kind
Freeman's not a bad second option back there.
Why was C.J. Anderson so good?
He loves being
even-
like randomly good.
I couldn't even tell you.
I couldn't tell you.
Can Von Miller,
Yeah, does Von
remind
Miller
us
still
who
play
he is
football?
this year?
We talked about this too. Like Von Miller still exists, right?
Because Chris Harris said, I'm going
had
to
a-
remind everyone who forgot
he
about
was
me.
just like, I don't want to play this season.
He got like that
Yeah,
big.
he was like,
Didn't he get like a big contract too? He
yeah,
had-
no, he got a
No,
massive
players-
contract.
Players love doing that,
dude,
And then he's just like, I'm done.
After
playing.
what I've seen from Von Miller in 1 year when he's trying, I mean, I would sign him to. Dude, Von Miller is amazing.
Oh yeah.
He won Peyton Manning a Super Bowl, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
That defense won Peyton Manning his last Super Bowl.
100%.
Him and Malik Jackson
Peyton
were
Manning was a
so
noodle.
wet.
Oh my god, dude!
A noodle.
Like, that was that was
A
the
bowl
worst
of
I've ever seen
ramen.
Peyton Manning. It was almost like a Phillip Rivers thing.
Literally benched and put back in because they were like,
Like
all right.
he looked like Phillip Rivers.
No, everyone in my house was screaming for him to make that 2-point conversion.
No,
in the Super
I'd
Bowl.
love to see Phillip Rivers go somewhere and think he's good.
He's
I
on
would
the
love
Indy.
it.
he's gonna go to Indy. They're saying
I might have a better arm than that. Like, I have a better arm than Phillip Rivers.
It's like if he goes to Indy, like is he really any better than Brissett?
They'll go 9-7.
well, he is, but
Is he though? Like think about it though, Alan.
They have a
Think
good
about-
defense.
Think about the year that Brissett had and the year that Rivers had.
Hold on.
yeah, I was a big
That-
Jacoby guy
The
this year.
Colts, that's the next. You know how the Cowboys were with the offensive line like 2 years ago? That's the next Cowboys offensive line. is the
They're a
Colts.
quarterback away from
Yeah, they
dominating.
are. Their offensive
They
line is going to be
they really
phenomenal.
believe that they can have a Denver situation where they just dominate in all facets and don't need Phillip Rivers to
I'm
throw
telling
the
you,
ball
dude.
much.
Let them get a secondary, dude, and they don't need a quarterback.
I mean, yeah,
They-
Denver.
I could throw-
Denver when they won in what was it, 2015, 16?
I was better than
14?
Peyton Manning that year.
Was it 14?
15.
What, Denver? That was
15?
15.
Yeah, his last season. Yeah, like they didn't need Peyton Manning to make many throws.
They didn't.
He
Brock
couldn't-
Osweiler played pretty good that year.
Yeah, Peyton Manning couldn't throw more than 10 yards down the field.
I mean, hey, if Gostowski doesn't miss the kick,
Patriots are in the Super Bowl.
Patriots are in the Super Bowl.
And they probably won.
100%. Tom Brady's not losing to Cam Newton.
Yeah.
No.
No way.
Speaking of Cam Newton, where do you think he's gonna go?
He's staying.
Who cares?
That's weird.
He's staying?
Yeah,
I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk about that because I don't know what the Panthers want. Like,
Yeah,
I-
I like.
That's true. It's very true.
I didn't even notice that. Like I thought, like
the Panthers are
they
like
had
that.
said that they were moving off Cam and everything. And
They
the
said that
Panthers-
earlier, but now they said that they're keeping him for this year.
They're that one girl that you text and like she like doesn't text back, but she sends good shit. You know what I mean? She takes like a few hours to respond, but she sends like you're like, what do you
But
want?
it's just enough time to keep you like
Yeah, when they-
interested.
like, you're
when they
into
start
it.
off 6-2, you're like, wow, that's real nice.
Like I
and then they lose like 6 in a row, and you're like,
can Christian McCaffrey get just a little bigger?
What? He's huge.
Come on.
Did you see the picture of him last offseason? When his arms were
did
like
you see his
two tire
season
tracks?
last year?
Is he the best player ever?
Yeah.
Why does he need to get bigger?
I don't know.
No, he is the best player ever. Like the
I mean,
NFL has
dude,
ever
he
seen.
was
Derrick Henry walks
in
he's
college.
like,
Christian
what'd you say?
McCaffrey. I knew Christian McCaffrey before Saquon.
I think most people did.
Well, yeah, wasn't he a year?
He was a year before.
Let's not talk about that.
Oh
I
man.
think no one cared about Saquon Barkley before that 1 year he went off at Penn State.
Yeah, but Saquon was doing that. I was like, eh.
Well, he started off the season like literally every run he'd like go for like 50 yards.
Yeah, but I was
And
like,
I feel like
eh.
later in the season, I was like, I don't know about him.
The Giants should not play Saquon if they still start Daniel Jones.
I mean, I don't
They're
know. He
gonna
had more
start
touchdowns than Tom Brady
Daniel
last
Jones.
year, and he probably would have broke Baker's touchdown record for a rookie if he played the first 4 games.
Give Tom Brady
So
Saquon
I don't
Barkley.
like that take.
Give Tom Brady Saquon Barkley.
I still can't get over
No,
the
yeah,
fact
I'm not-
that like
That's not at all
Eli
saying that he's
Manning,
better,
like,
but
just like I don't want to say forced, but like was like led into retirement. Like
Yeah, I don't like that. I still think Eli was. I don't think Daniel Jones should have started until Eli was gone.
yeah,
like realistically, they weren't.
he just
really getting
Eli just
anywhere
had
this year.
shit around him. Like
So
he
why
threw
not just let him?
I mean, who had more interceptions last year?
what?
Daniel Jones or Tom Brady?
Oh yeah, no, Daniel Jones by a mile.
Well,
I said he threw more touchdowns, but I was just making a point that he
I mean, if I'm
didn't
throwing
play bad at all.
try to throw a fade to Edelman, see what happens.
I don't know. Edelman's not in the Giants.
Darius, he like Darius Slayton.
Darius Slayton's a good player.
He's a very good wide receiver.
No, they don't have a bad group of receivers at all.
Ingram's very good. Saquon. I don't know.
I think the Giants will be good next year, though.
That's
You think so?
They may make the playoffs.
Second year, I'm telling you, Alan. Second year quarterbacks are the trend.
I just need to see Daniel. I don't think he's calm enough in the pocket. I don't think he's. I just think he needs to mature a little bit.
Yes, season was a waste.
He's a lot calmer than I expected, though. A lot of times, when I watched him in college, he had very tense feet.
Yeah, way better than Baker.
Oh yeah, he had very tense feet in college, Daniel. But once he got to the NFL, I was like, all right, he can move around here a little bit, but it's just a fumbling situation. Once we cut that out, he could be a talented player. If he started those first 4 games, he played the whole season. He's probably a 4,000-yard passer and a 30 touchdowns.
Again, I just need to see that quarterback trait of commanding the game. I think once he gets that command of the game and is able to call plays on the line, switch it up a little bit. Once he's able to read the defense perfectly, I think he'll actually be a good quarterback.
I think they're going to struggle in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I think.
They still don't have a team.
They
don't have a ready team.
1-4.
And I could see them getting hot at some point. But they have. I think they got an offense this year, but their defense just.
Yeah, they're going to have some kinks to work out. I think in the beginning of the season,
you draft defense.
They're not
for the love of God, draft a linebacker. Oh my God.
What, first, second round?
Yes. They haven't had a linebacker, literally, Michael Strahan.
The best linebacker I've ever seen on the Patriots is Jimmy Collins.
Such a good player.
Oh, OG Jamie Collins, though? Even this year, he was really good. But
OG Jimmy Collins was the best player I've ever seen.
But then he started doing his own shit, and then Bill got mad. And he was
probably started doing coke, and Bill was like, get the fuck out.
I mean, we know someone on the team does coach.
Tom.
Well, probably Tom. Patrick Chung.
Patrick Chung.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nah. I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a hardcore Patriots fan. Get Patrick Chung out.
He's not good.
Do not like
said
him.
The same thing, dude.
I don't like him. I don't like him.
It was Logan Ryan, and then they got rid of Logan Ryan.
I liked Logan Ryan.
I hated Logan Ryan.
No, Logan Ryan sucked.
And he
sucked.
terrible. And then I was like...
Such a bad player.
He'll drop his shoulder, though. He'll drop it and take anyone out if he has to.
He was the worst corner I've ever seen.
That's it, though. He can't do anything else.
He can't cover. He can't.
He cannot cover.
And then and then I was like, oh, cool. But then we have Patrick Chung still, and I'm like, yo, he's so bad.
Patrick Chung gets hurt. I'm like, why do we put him back in?
Put him on IR.
No, put him away. Put him down, maybe. Put him down.
Just take him out back of the
Bring him to the vet. Patrick Chung.
Yeah, take him out back.
Put him down.
How good is Devin McCourty?
I love Devin.
Fantastic.
Beautiful player.
Jason McCourty's low.
Wait, what team do you think will surprise the NFL next year?
What team do I think will surprise the NFL?
Nolan, you start, then we'll go around this way.
So, dude, this is Alan's podcast today. I like it. Dude, I don't even know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Honestly, I asked.
You know what I want to say though?
I think there's a few teams.
And Antonio's gonna the Bucks.
Yeah.
If Jameis Winston doesn't throw interceptions, I agree.
I really think this is gonna be the year, bro.
If he threw 15 interceptions, that team's a playoff team.
Bro,
Easy. They have a good defense.
If Jameis can just because that is something that you could fix, and he did get that LASIK eye surgery. Maybe that was the issue. We don't know, but I think that he can fix those issues, and I really think
that receiving core is wild. They have a good D line too.
That's a crazy receiving core.
With Todd Bowles running the show was really good. I don't know. What do you think, Antonio? Without the voice crack.
Why are we going this weird way?
Because it started with me, so we're gonna go around back to Alan. It was Alan's idea.
All right.
You gotta look it up on your phone. All right, Sal, what do you think?
The Arizona Cardinals.
I like that.
With Kyler Murray.
I like that.
Murray's second year.
I like that. Maybe David Johnson has a good year.
That's boring.
Well, no. They got
Kenyon Drake.
They're done. Kenyon Drake is good.
The Cardinals.
Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon
You're telling me
Drake is
Tyler
good.
Murray didn't have a great rookie season?
If Josh Allen could move, if Josh Rosen could move, that's pretty much what would happen.
What?
What are you talking about?
Josh Rosen is a noodle.
Yeah, but when
Noodle.
Josh Rosen
He's a
was on that
pool
team,
noodle.
if he had the feet that Kyler had, like, I don't think
Kyler's
it
a
really
way
would've been
better
that
thrower
different.
of the ball than Josh Rosen is. You can't even argue that either.
Josh Rosen.
Kyler Murray is a way better overall player than Josh
If
Rosen.
that team
is.
had a line, I
yeah,
think
their
that team
offensive
would be
line was
deadly.
dog shit, and that's why I'm saying
But
that.
they know that that's the problem.
Like, if Kyler couldn't move, he wouldn't be able to do a thing behind. Like,
What's
with
good is that
team.
they know that that's the problem, and they can draft that and they can develop that. So I don't know, Antonio, are you gonna pick?
I like the Broncos a lot. I think the Giants have boom potential. I was gonna say, I wanted to say the
we
Bills
asked for
there,
one
but-
team, I thought, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's fun to talk about a few, huh?
So Broncos.
Yeah, I'll go with the Broncos. I think that's the safe.
You think Drew
Pop
Lock is
team.
gonna pop off? What do you think?
Well,
So
what
I
do you
said the
think?
Cardinals.
I think the Packers are a great team to pick next year.
That's not gonna surprise anybody though if they're really good. They do.
No, I'm saying outright, just be disgusting right off the bat. Like be
I
like
still wouldn't be that.
Go
surprised.
off the
13 and
bat-
3.
Off
Like,
the bat last
They
season,
went
they were
13
pretty
and 3
good.
last year.
well,
Didn't they start like 7-1 or something?
Yeah, they
didn't
did.
They were like
I'm saying Aaron Aaron Rodgers clear MVP.
Oh yeah, no, he gets really pissed and throws like 45 touchdowns.
That's a better take then.
I'm saying like
Aaron
if the
Rodgers.
I'd be down for
Patriots
that.
like as a Patriots fan, if the Patriots don't win next year, I would say like the Packers are a good team to bet with.
I could see it. I mean,
Like honestly,
it's
I
not
still-
that surprising, though.
I still see Aaron winning at least one more. So, it's got to happen at some point.
I don't agree with that, but
what does Aaron Rodgers do when he goes home? Like
he
just
probably,
touches Danica Patrick's
does he call
feet.
State Farm like every
yeah,
day?
he rubs Danica Patrick's feet,
Yeah, that's weird.
her ugly feet.
I would never,
I feel
even
like
if
he does origami.
if Danica Patrick asked me to go out, I'd be like, "Who the like get away?"
She's like 4'11".
She's a dude.
Yeah, and she drives NASCARs.
Terrible at it though.
oh,
really
awful
bad.
driver.
Really bad at it.
Never won.
She got in like the dumbest arguments with drivers too.
She'd be like, "Bro."
She's like, Danny, why'd you do
She
that?
definitely has a deeper voice than you.
She'd be like, "Dude." She'd be like, "Me and Aaron are buying a
She
new
definitely
house."
has a deeper voice than Antonio.
Oh, probably.
She definitely drinks beer better than Aaron.
You ever heard her
Rodgers.
talk?
Oh, she could
definitely
Yeah,
chug.
no.
She could chug way better than Aaron. Aaron's like,
I mean, yeah, she grew up driving race cars, so
does.
Yeah,
Aaron,
that was kind of her
Aaron
life.
is like a Long Island iced tea guy.
I mean, I'm
yeah,
low
he is
key
a
a Long
California
Island
boy.
iced tea guy though.
Yeah, but you're not an NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's
who
true.
cares?
All right. I think we're all set. I think that's where we should end it.
I think we said everything we had to.
Yeah. You know, and we went right around 50 minutes, so right around that hour mark. We didn't think we were going to
Wait,
do that.
We
wait.
almost
Can
we almost had a sponsorship.
How about this?
Are we
Who's-
sure we have
wait,
nothing else to talk about?
Who's winning the NBA championship?
Lakers.
The Lakers.
We've said this though.
Lakers, Celtics, Lakers in 6.
That's
Okay.
your prediction.
Locking
You
in.
think Clippers, right?
That's what my gut's telling me, man.
Okay. So
Or is it
Clippers.
Lakers, Bucks, Lakers in
You said we
5?
almost got a sponsorship?
Am I, like-
Oh, by Mike Bloomberg, but then he dropped out of the race.
Damn it.
I
We have to hit
part
up
of
Joe
me like
Biden
really
now.
thinks that it's going to be Clippers,
Joe
Celtics,
Biden,
and Doc
Joe Biden
Rivers.
would be dumb enough to back our podcast, I think.
Yeah, you'd forget who
Doc
we are.
Rivers
and,
gets his championship against his old team, put it in the books. Wouldn't be surprised.
All right.
yeah, all right.
Thank you, Alan, for coming.
Oh, yeah, no
Appreciate it.
problem.
You're always
See you,
welcome.
Alan. Thank you.
Enjoyed my time.